Hey, it's Dennis from Cross Digital and CrossDig.com with your weekly pep talk. Influence. 3, 2. Hey, it's Dennis from Cross Digital and CrossDig.com with your weekly pep talk. Influence. I have been reading this book. I told you a little bit about it last week. Start with Why by Simon Sinek. I'm telling you, this book is amazing. I'm not going to tell you that about every book, but this book really, there's a lot of great stuff in here. I didn't even finish it all the way because sometimes I go back and reread a chapter. It's just absorbing. But there's one chapter in here talking about the influence of others. Whom do you trust more, someone you know or someone you don't know? Okay, maybe an easy question. Let's try this one. What do you trust more, a claim made in a piece of advertising or a recommendation from a friend? Okay, another one is probably easy. Let's try this one. Whom do you trust more, the waiter who tells you, quote, everything on the menu is great, or the waiter who tells you to avoid the chicken casserole? Okay, I'm probably, again, all these are easy. Let me ask it to you this way, though. Why should anyone trust you? What have you done to earn anyone's trust? Do you look like an ad, or do you look like someone that is informed, that's educated, that is knowledgeable? Look, if you were to ask me how to paint a house, I'm going to be honest with you. I can slap some paint on some walls. I can make it look halfway decent, but I am not an expert painter. I'm certainly not going to try to teach anyone how to paint. It's just not my wheelhouse. If you ask the waiter what's great on the menu and the waiter says everything, well, either the waiter's lying because the waiter hasn't tried everything and can't really give you an honest answer about that, or the waiter is just not really that good at judging food, because not all food is created equal. Some things on the menu are better than others. Some things you're going to like better than others. You may not like what the waiter likes, but at least you will get an honest opinion about what, if anything, the waiter will tell you, well, look, these 3 things right here we sell out of all the time. Folks tell us all the time how great these things are. The waiter's not going to tell you that everything on the menu sells all the time, because that's not true. So it all goes back to influence. It all goes back to those personal recommendations. And there are so many decisions that we make based on what someone tells us and the value that we put in that person. This is really the key. This is the thing I want you to take away from this today. The influence that you have on other people around you. When people ask you a question and you give them an answer, do they believe you? Do they act on it? Or do they use you as just, okay, I'm going to do the opposite of whatever that person says? What kind of influence do you have on people's lives? When they come to you and seek advice, are they going to act on it? Are you the kind of person that is useful to them? And again, coming back to this usefulness idea, this idea of educating, helping people, informing them, entertaining them, being useful to people means influencing people. And having that ability to be useful is so critical. The example that Simon uses in this book, this father wants to buy his son a new car. So he doesn't want to just get the worst car out. He wants to get a good car. So spends a week researching and finding all of this stuff, and all of a sudden finds, I'm going to get a Volvo. I'm going to get my son a Volvo. And so they're at an event and runs into a friend who just happens to sell cars, and he tells his friend, hey, I'm going to get my son a Volvo. And the friend says, are you crazy? Said, if you really want to take care of your son and protect your son, you'll get him a Mercedes. Those are the safest cars on the road. Okay, so now the father's he's spent weeks going through tons of online recommendations and reading reviews and everything, and determined that this Volvo is the safest car out there. Or he can go with his friend who sells cars and has said, no, it's not the Volvo, it's the Mercedes. What kind of influence? If you were in that position and you had a friend that told you to buy something different, would you believe them? More importantly, for you, if someone came up to you and said, you know what, I'm thinking about buying this over here. I'm going to go with this company. I'm going to buy their product. And you say, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Don't do that. You need to buy this. This is the best thing to buy, the best value for your money. Will they believe you? That's when you're influencing. That's when you're helping people. That's when you're trusted. That's when you're amazing to people. Try to be that person today. Try to go out and be an influence to someone. You will see remarkable long-term growth, long-term success from that. It will transform your business. It will transform your life. It will make you happy. It will make everyone else around you happy. It'll make your employees happy. There are so many good things about just being a positive influence, about being that source of recommendation for people. Good luck with that today. Let me know if I'd love to hear how you've reached that point in your career, in your life, where you're an influence to others. What did you do that really set you apart from other people and made you important like that? Love to hear from you. Visit me at crossdig.com and shoot me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.